This is for Jason and anybody else who has this question around how to build muscle, reduce body fat, and start to change your body composition. So Jason shared in his question, he's at his goal weight, which is awesome. He is currently running, doing boot camp, and tracking in Weight Watchers, and he wants to know how he can start to build muscle and remove body fat. So the simple formula on that would be that to build muscle requires a lot of effort. It requires time and it requires commitment to the process. So I would be focusing on something like a strong 5x5 workout, which is focusing on your primary compound movements. It's your deadlift, it's your bench press, it's your squat. And the whole point of that program is to be adding weight over time. It's to progressively be overloading the muscle. I currently have my husband starting that program right now. And so for men, I really like this program. It starts them off with an empty bar so everyone can start at the same place and you progressively build. This is not going to be a boot camp style workout. This is like you do your workout, you lift the weights, you sit for 90 seconds, you lift the weights. And this whole goal of these type of programs are to build muscle. So muscle building requires a lot of attention. And it requires extra fuel. So this is where it gets a little hairy, and those of us who've long time dieted struggle with. You will need to at least eat at maintenance, if not in a slight surplus, to build muscle. Now, if you're a newbie to a traditional weightlifting program, you probably can get away with just eating at maintenance and continuing to lift weights, and you'll get what they call newbie gains, where you'll build muscle for like the first, I'd say, year, maybe 18 months tops. And you can actually reduce body fat. It's a really sweet spot to be in. Enjoy it. And then if I were to create kind of the perfect scenario for this, I would highly encourage you to keep the run short, because if you run for too long, and you are running and creating such a calorie demand on your body's going to struggle to build the muscle. So you really want to be switching the focus a little bit. The big compound moves, strength training, eating at maintenance. I would also encourage to make sure your protein is in check. If you are over the age of 40, if you're trying to build muscle, protein is your number one thing you must have. So what we would be looking at doing is making sure you're at least eating 1 gram per pound of body weight, maybe more depending on what kind of recovery you need. And if we're thinking strength training, at least 3 times a week, that would be a really good place to start. So I tell people all the time, if you're looking to build muscle, 3 good days of a strength training program that are focusing on progressively lifting heavier, incorporating walking and yoga into it for restoring, and then really focusing on that protein intake, and enjoy those newbie gains for the first year. So I hope that helps. If you have any more questions, let me know.